Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Good morning, folks. So we've just had breakfast down at the beach here, on that table to be exact. And they offer massages here, so I think we're going to go and ask how much the massages are and all of that kind of thing. So we've just found it's 300 peso each, which is pretty cheap. That's for an hour, so I'm going to get my back done because it's a bit achy actually. A very nice family just running this. This is their little shack. So we're just heading off to a little cafe type thing that the woman that we are in connection with our room called Kata. So we just need to see her to ask her if she can clean the room for us. So I just wanted to show you her little place. So this is her little place. So she's got a little cooker just here. Cook some food here and coffees and stuff. Little local houses down here and stuff. So, and yeah, just people's houses down here. Little pathway down there into some little houses. When you just come out of our place, literally like 20 seconds away, just notice these little cabanas that you can rent here. They'll probably cost, I'd say, about 200 peso, something like that. If you're talking, I don't know, like £6 or something, you know. Between £6 and £10 you'll get something like that here. So we've just arrived where we're having the massage. Let me show you where the table is. Just right there, right on the beach. And there's just a little bar there. So that's where I was last night having dinner. I'm just going to sink a couple of beers while I'm waiting for Fabiola, and then it's my turn to get on the table. Not a bad view though, no? While you're waiting for a massage.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
The one thing I'm not too sure I mentioned about this coast, which most people probably know anyway, is it's huge for surfing, yeah? And this is a big surf spot, Chickawa. Many people just come here for the surf, as you can see. The waves are pretty good here. Many people out in the distance there at the moment. So if you're into surfing, I'd pretty much recommend here, seriously. I mean, like I said, I know the whole coastline is known for surfing, but if you want somewhere a little bit more remote, a little bit of an adventure to get to, and with less tourists, I'd recommend Chickawa for sure. Okay, so we've both just had the massage, and see, very, very good, man. She has good hands, no?
Muy buenas manos, yeah, very good hands.
Yeah, we both really enjoyed that. I feel so relaxed right now. But yeah, definitely if you come to Chickawa, come and get a massage here. Come and get a massage. There she is, the woman with the magic hands. We then spent a couple of hours down at the lagoon cooling off before heading out for some lunch.
Gracias.
Gracias.
De nada.
So we went for the tacos dorados. Wow, we're gonna order some more. While we were tucking into our second round of tacos, we noticed Cody and Vanessa, a backpacking couple that we'd met here, casually walking down the street with a fan in her hand and a mattress on his back. The good old travelling days. Brings back memories. We're getting a boat over to the other side of the lagoon this way. Fabiola's there trying to wave a boat down. We're going to head over there. There's a lighthouse at the other end, and it's supposed to be nice views from the top there. So I think this guy's going to take us over now. Here we go. Hola. Hello. Hello. English. Hola, Captain. Captain. Captain Dan. Captain Dan. Okay, so we're back on dry land. So let's go and see what this side of the lagoon's got to offer. See? Hola! Hola! So this is the beginning of the hike. So that's the bay we're staying in down here. We're staying kind of about there. So we just saw some guys on the top of the lighthouse here, and they told us we can go right around the edge of it. We thought it was a dead end. We thought that was it, but just following the path here. Okay, so we've just found out that you can actually walk up it, which is awesome. So we're going to head up now. Come on, let's go. We've got to climb up this. Yeah, this is pretty random, to be fair. Oh my god, the view. I can see it through a little window, a little peep. So we made it to the top of the lighthouse.
Sí.
Wow. Considering we thought the furthest we could get was just down there, and we were like, kind of worth it, but check this view out now.
Yeah, the view is amazing.
Lost for words, honestly. Like, that lagoon just blows me away. That's just perfection to me, in all honesty. And since we've been here, you feel like you're totally away from everything, no? You just feel like, I don't know, because we had to get the boat over here, and it was like quite a mission to get here. It just feels like you're disconnected from the world here, you know? It's beautiful. But anyways, you can see the guys down there surfing, look. So they're the waves they catch every day, from morning till night. Keep rolling in, keep rolling in. And then the beauty of it is that you've got the calmness of the lagoon as well, so you can just, where we were before was down there where you saw us swimming, just down there. Perfecto!
Sí, perfecto.
Torres!
Yeah, he said.
See? Yeah. You just saw the way they communicate over here. They don't need mobile phones, they just shout. Well, good morning folks. It's sad to say that this is our last day in Chacao. We're just coming to this guy's house. He's going to give us a lift on his boat. So I'm just going to show you where we're getting the boat from now, okay? Check this out. We met this guy last night and he said he was willing to give us a ride, so this is how we get to the boat. There's a Miss Sanchez waiting here patiently. So we just met the guy here last night, basically.
Waiting for us.
See, Jose is the driver. Where are we going today?
Playa Ventura.
Playa Ventura. So it's another nice little beach.
Guerrero.
In Guerrero. So that's the next state along, yeah? Yeah, so we're leaving Oaxaca. We're leaving Chacao and we're also leaving Oaxaca today. So,
Sí.
Which is very sad. Such a nice area of Mexico. Wow, had a good time, no?
Sí.
We had a little visitor just before we left.
Hola.
You know I'm a sucker for a puppy. So there's our captain, the captain of the ship. It's taking us back to the mainland. Goodbye, folks!
Come back.
So,
Come back.
so they're our friends over there. I don't know if you can see them, they're just waving us goodbye. Oh, it's so nice. We wanted to say goodbye to them, but we didn't have time, unfortunately. And off we went, cruising through the lagoon and into the amazing mangroves. I loved this little boat ride, especially this part, weaving through the narrow tunnel-like mangroves with all sorts of birds popping up here and there. We had a couple of close encounters with boats coming from the other direction, but I had faith in the captain that everything was going to be safe and above board, no pun intended. They do have crocodiles in these waters, so you do have to be a little careful not to fall in. And then we arrived back in El Zapotelito, where we had left the car, and we headed off on a beautiful 4-hour drive west to Playa Ventura. Once again, the scenery was stunning. As were some of the small towns that we drove through. They all had their own little vibe. At this moment in time, little did I know that my microphone had decided to stop working for the rest of the day, hence me doing this voiceover for this section. Along the way, we spotted a man selling his homemade ice cream, so we stopped off and got ourselves a sample. This guy must push this thing around day in, day out in this blistering heat. These are the real hustlers of Mexico. And then off he went, and then off we went with our ice creams and continued west. Once we got to our accommodation, we checked into our little hut for the night. Here's a little peek of inside. We then had some dinner and spent a little time down at the beach. Then it was sunset, and what a sunset it was. Again, Mexico didn't disappoint. Good morning, folks. So as you saw, a beautiful sunrise this morning. Wow, amazing. So that was our last time on the coast here. We're in Guerrero now. We just came out of Oaxaca yesterday, and this is my last day basically. I fly back tomorrow, so yeah, that's the end of the coastal road trip. What did you think of that? Unbelievable, you know. Some beautiful sights, as if you've seen the whole series of this trip. If not, I'll put the links in the description box below. But yeah, I mean, unbelievable road trip. Highly recommend Oaxaca to anyone that wants to come to Mexico. Just hire a car and just cruise down. Like if you haven't seen the series, we started up in Mexico City and made our way south through Oaxaca City to the coast, and then drove along the coast towards Acapulco, and now we're heading back up. The drive from here back up to the city was again beautiful. Lots of lovely sights to be seen. one thing I did notice as we entered the state of Guerrero yesterday was the police presence. When I questioned Fabiola about this, she said it's because we had left the state of Oaxaca and we had now entered Guerrero. Here in Guerrero, there's a much bigger gang and cartel presence, hence the police presence. As we approached one of the many toll crossings along this road, everything seemed normal until the moment just after we'd bought an ice cream from one of the ice cream hustlers. I'll stop talking now. Here's what happened. So as you can see here, these guys are taking the money by the toll, and it's apparently, by Fabiola's words, this isn't legal. So usually there's people taking money at the toll, you know, like in the UK, they take the money and that's it, but these guys are just here taking the money from them. So yeah, that's definitely cartel or something, right? So as you see, you have the pay tolls here, and the guys are in there, but they're before them, so we just give them the money and it just goes straight in their pocket. So, and that was our brief moment with a Mexican gang. At the next toll crossing we came to, there was the same thing, a gang present, but this time they let us through for free, which they just waved us on by. We have no idea why they do this, because we thought the purpose of what they were doing was to take our money, but we weren't going to complain. They charged us less than the toll should have been at the first crossing, and then let us through for free on the second. Win-win. Once we got to the city, we went to visit Fabiola's grandma and auntie, and like most Mexicans, they love food, and they also love preparing it. Here they are, making some scrambled eggs with chorizo for their European guest. I mean, look at the love that's going into that. What a lovely way to end a lovely trip. Until our next adventure, take care folks. Peace.